All right, Talkin Jersey more, Vinny and Dino.
We're back, and Dino likes to do this weekly. Dino's lived a better life than I have in some cases. Not better, but just a more interesting life.
I've just seen more.
You've seen more. You've
more,
experienced some stuff, and you're going to share some stuff with us again.
Well, actually, I got 2 hotel stories for you.
You worked in hotels.
I was a food and beverage director and chef in hotels for many years.
Nice.
And a funny story, we'll talk about the New Year's Eve, and then I'll go to the real funny story that I'm still known for, which is terrible.
I found that on the internet.
You might, if you Google. I mean, the internet wasn't around back then,
go ahead.
You might Google it. So New Year's Eve, I'm at the Clifton Ramada.
What year about?
This is 1987.
Oh, the go-go 80s. Go ahead.
All right. And we had a huge New Year's Eve party. And with the restrictions and regulations of Ramada, we needed to have a door person whenever we had a nightclub
Like
or
a
lounge
bouncer or
open.
something like that?
Well,
kind of like that.
It was a bouncer per se, but he wasn't a bouncer.
Okay.
I mean, he was smaller than me. But his name was Orlando Graziani.
Irish guy.
Yeah, really Irish. But listen, he had the blonde curly hair, and he had the blue eyes, and I mean, his tie was ironed. I mean, he
got the job.
Guy.
Yeah.
So obviously New Year's Eve, we talked about it before, it's an amateur night, and everybody wants to hook up, and everybody's looking at the guy in the suit or tux, and he was wearing a tux that night.
So he looked good.
He looked good.
Okay.
So sure enough, this one woman who was at the party kept going up to him, flirting with him. And she was buzzed, and so was he.
Oh, really? The door guy was drinking?
The door guy was drinking, yeah. That's how it was back then.
New Year's Eve.
And I'm looking at her, I'm like, nah, Orlando, nah, you don't want to go there. You don't want to go there. You don't want to go there.
Well, she wasn't cute?
No.
Okay.
No. And I've seen what he was with.
Well, with a name like that.
It was funny, we used to have the continental stewardesses. Because back then you can call them stewardesses.
Yeah, you wouldn't offend anybody.
Wouldn't offend anybody back then.
No.
And they look like stewardesses.
What are they called now? Flight attendants?
Yeah,
well,
because
sometimes
you're not good enough to be a stewardess. So anyway,
some of them are named Bob now.
Yeah, Bobby. So anyway, we had the contract on them. So anytime there was a distressed flight or the flight was delayed, we'd have to send a shuttle down to the airport and go pick them up.
Okay.
And it would be like a Playboy catalog walking in at midnight.
Oh.
And they would all have comp drink cards. They had to go to the bar and drink because they were stressed because they couldn't fly or they got delayed.
Oh, okay.
Orlando was hooking up with anything and everything. So then when I see that
Orlando's
New Year's
the man.
Eve,
He's the man.
I'm like, nah, there's no way. So New Year's party ends. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I got to take inventory. It's the last day of the month.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to try to explain how this layout was. You walk into the restaurant lounge lobby,
right,
and you have the bar right here where the party was going on. And then to the right was the restaurant set up for breakfast. And there was a semi-private dining area where there was like a half wall to the right.
Probably little trees separating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
now I got the lights out because I don't have to take any inventory in the restaurant section because, you know, who cares how many PC jellies I have on the table. I'm worried about how much liquor is going, right? I'm taking the inventory in the lounge. I hear, And I'm like, fuck, that sounds like Orlando. Because even though he was a doorman or bouncer, he had a very light voice.
Okay.
So I'm like, what the fuck's
Was
going
he
on?
distressed?
I think he was being de-stressed.
Oh, okay.
So now I see him. He's standing at the wall with brass railings on the wall.
Hopefully they were secured.
And he's holding on facing the kitchen. I'm like, Orlando, what the fuck's going on? He goes,
oh, okay.
so now 2 hours later, whenever you were the nighttime manager on New Year's Eve, you had to be opening manager for breakfast because you couldn't trust that somebody else was going to come in on time because if they partied New Year's Eve. So when you worked New Year's Eve night, it was a 20-hour shift for you easily. 6 o'clock in the morning, I let the housekeeping in. Little Maria, Mr. Dino. What's wrong, Maria? Oh, I'm trying to get the franchise sauce off the wall. I don't believe they threw the franchise sauce off the wall. It's all over the carpet. I'm like, oh my God. It's right where Orlando was.
Franchise?
Franchise sauce. She thought it was because we had chicken franchise on the menu the night before. So she thought it was franchise sauce against the wall.
So that's what they're calling it.
They got very drunk, Mr. Dino.
Oh boy.
So, of course, I'm laughing because she's scraping it off with her fingernail. She probably just got done the night before because she went out. So now, this girl comes in. Well, it was debatable if she was a girl. I would say, and listen, I'm not the best looking guy in the world, and I would totally admit that, and I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody, but she had to be one of the top 10 worst looking women I've ever seen in my life. And she's looking for Orlando.
Oh my God.
Pining over Orlando.
Where was Orlando at that time?
He was up in his hotel room.
Oh, you guys he got a room to
Yeah, if we worked,
okay,
we were
okay.
at New Year's Eve. They didn't want us
Gotcha.
leaving because just in case anybody show up the next day, we had to fucking work.
Okay.
It's not like they were being nice to us, but drunk and driving, they didn't give a shit about that. They want to make sure they had staff. So
So he must have had a lot of drinks then.
he had a lot of drinks. So she's calling the room and not getting through.
How does she even find his room?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe somebody at the front desk tipped her. I don't know. And she kept calling me and calling me. You got to get Orlando. You got to get Orlando. I said, Orlando. I called
She
him
wanted
up.
more.
Oh, yeah. And this is like 9 o'clock in the morning. I said, Orlando, you got to get the fuck out of here. She's fucking disgusting. He goes, really? That bad? I'm like, oh, really? Oh, Orlando, she's bad. She's really bad. You need to leave. And it got so bad that I actually had to have a police escort come and take her out at 1 o'clock because she would
1
not
o'clock?
stop. She kept going and going and going. She walked into the kitchen, into my office. Did Orlando come down yet? I'm like, listen, you can't be in the kitchen. You need to fucking leave.
Oh my God.
I had to get the police. Take her out.
They must have had a chuckle with that one, huh?
Somebody did her.
Yeah.
The fuck?
I'll hit the guy with my nightstick.
How'd this crack whore get in the kitchen?
Oh my God.
But another hotel story, which is really funny. This is what I'm known for.
You're known for?
I'm known for.
Oh, okay.
I'm working the Holiday Inn Jetport in Elizabeth, and this is right next to Newark Airport. And on Sundays, we're a very corporate hotel. So on Sundays, we used to do different trade shows, and we had the dog show in. Okay, we had a big ballroom.
The dogs and everything?
Dogs and everything. Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Sat 1,000 people. You know, and we had dogs all over the place, and you know,
No
people
leashes?
oh yeah, leashes.
Okay.
Yeah, leashes. But you know, a dog show. You know, people are a little uppity. You know,
Snooty?
snooty. You know,
Too much time on their hands?
my Mitzi. Look at my Mitzi. So anyway,
I hate it when dogs are cleaner than people.
yeah, really. So the night before, we had 2 lesbians staying in a hotel, and they had a fight. And what happened was, I was the nighttime manager.
Not that
the
there's
night
anything
before.
wrong with being a lesbian.
No, nothing at all. I mean,
absolutely
just
not.
don't have a fight. The nighttime manager has to come up and break up the fight. So I get the phone call from the front desk, and they said, 10th floor, the girls are at it again. I go upstairs the night before.
They can't fight in the room. They got to fight in the hallway.
I said, guys, you just have to calm down. You got to calm down. And one of them, you can tell, was on something, and the other one was just trying to calm her down. So they go in the room, everything's calm. Of course, I'm overnight because the dog show had to get in at 5 in the morning. So, of course, I'm there. About 12 o'clock, I get a phone call from the front desk, and it's Laura at the front desk. And it's funny because I saw her about 6 years ago, and she still quotes the story verbatim.
Oh boy.
She calls me up, and she says, the girls are at it again. Now, you walk into the Holiday Inn, and you walk right into the front desk, and to the right is a glass enclosed pool. Mm-hmm. And the reason why they had a glass enclosed, they wanted people to see activity because they wanted to try to get a family atmosphere there besides the corporate business that they normally get. I don't know if I take a family to Elizabeth, but okay.
Well, depends what kind of family.
Yeah, exactly. So now I have to run up the stairs because there's so much activity in a hotel that I can't take the elevators. I go upstairs. I see the one girl passed out on the floor. I don't know if she decked her or what, or she OD'd. I have no clue. So I said, what the fuck's going on? The other girl has a trench coat on, okay? She's ready to leave. So now I chase her down the stairs. 10 flights of stairs. Now, I wasn't really that much thinner back then, So now I'm sucking wind.
But you were going down the stairs.
I'm going down the stairs. But still, I'm chasing somebody. I just ran up the stairs. And
Okay,
I
that's
run
what
down
did
the
it.
stairs.
Okay, that's what did it to you. Okay, gotcha.
No, actually, the first flight did it to me. Why can't fucking... So anyway, she's running through the hotel lobby. Laura's behind the desk. The lady runs into the pool room. So I grab her from behind.
Okay.
As I'm grabbing her, she wiggles out
Of the coat?
of the coat.
Let me guess. Go ahead.
You can guess.
She had nothing on.
She had nothing on.
Okay.
Laura's laughing as I'm holding this lesbian in the pool room. The dog show lets out for lunch.
You were the entertainment.
I'm holding this girl from behind.
Doggy style with doggies.
Doggy style with doggies.
With doggies.
With doggies.
Okay.
Naked and I mean, debatable for a woman. She wasn't really that good looking either. I mean, not like today's lesbians. Today's lesbians are
Some are classier.
very classy. But yeah, it was interesting, and everyone's looking through the window. My staff is dying laughing.
As they should have been.
Laura's like cracking up, crying. And like I said, I saw her like 6, 7 years ago. She's like, I still tell that story, how you were holding a lesbian in the pool. And this is going back from 1989. Still tells a story.
There's certain words that you never think you'd put together in a sentence. Holding a lesbian in a pool.
Doggy style.
Doggy
Dog
style
show
with
going
dog.
on.
You can't make it up. I hope you didn't make it up.
No, I didn't make it up, unfortunately. All right, guys, thank you so much. You want to plug
Good
the
night.
website?
TalkinJersey.com. TALKIN.
Because that's how we talk here.
Leave the G off, please. .com. Right?
That's it.
And if you want to send us an email, it's talkinjersey@gmail.com. Give us any ideas, feedback. Seriously, folks, we have really thick skin. Like we said, it's olive.
Well, I do.
Yes, you know.
Vinny was cracking up last
Yeah,
week. I thought he was going to
Well,
jump off the 3-foot bridge.
And because we have our technician Ryan, he can put it all together. We could just talk what the website is. Ryan puts it all together for us. Subscribe to the website,
Yep.
to the YouTube video, and give us some support. And Dino, we may have some live shows coming up.
We got a live show we're working on at the Tuscan House in New Jersey, in Toms River,
You know,
and right by the Ocean County Mall. So hopefully that'll happen in January. And
we'll be available to host business events, any kind of
and
charity
we can
events.
clean it up. I mean, it's, you know.
It won't be easy, but we'll
can
try.
do it up. I
We'll
mean,
do
if-
our best. Well,
You know, if there's a charity and you want to raise money for like the 4th grade girls basketball team
don't get scared of this because
Yeah,
that
it's
means,
okay.
that means nothing.
It's it was a misprint. All right. See you guys next week.